Let's discover Jim Steranko's little-known psychedelic Marvel comic love story. Hi everyone, and welcome back to Still Only 35 Cents. Seeing as it's Valentine's Day, I thought I'd celebrate by sharing something a little different this time with you. But before we get started, if you're new to the channel, please consider hitting that subscribe button and ringing the notification bell for future videos just like this one. Marvel's Silver Age superheroes era had an unenviable popular 7-year run from 1962 through to 1968. However, Marvel's momentum had started to slow. In an effort to boost comic sales, they introduced 4 new titles in the fall of 1969. 2 horror titles, Tower of Shadows and Chamber of Darkness, and 2 romance titles, My Love and Our Love Story. My Love Issue 1 was first off the rank in September 1969 and was quickly followed by Our Love Story Issue 1 in October 1969. Both titles were bi-monthly and featured original stories and material through to issue 22. The series concluded in 1976 with My Love issue 39 and Our Love Story issue 38. Marvel invested by bringing in all the Marvel bullpen talents to work on these titles, including John Romita Sr., John Buscema, Jim Steranko, Gene Colan and Jack Kirby, and featured some amazing covers, particularly in the first 15 issues. Stan Lee wrote most of these stories, but sadly, the quality of Stan's scripts were perhaps mediocre at best. Legend has it that the vast majority of talent hated working on these books, with the exception of 2 old romance artist stalwarts in John Romita Sr. and John Buscema, who had cut their teeth on romance titles. High-grade copies of these titles are highly sought after and very tough to find. But perhaps the most significant of these books was the time that Marvel let Jim Steranko loose on the genre in Our Love Story issue 5, published in June 1970. The issue features the story My Heart Broke in Hollywood, with script by Stan Lee and art by the aforementioned Jim Steranko, and told the tale of an aspiring actress going to Hollywood only to fall for a handsome young director. Surprisingly for someone with such a legendary status in comics, Jim Steranko only drew 29 comics throughout his entire career, and this was his last published story for Marvel. Jim Steranko's one and only romance tale has a notably different approach than his other Marvel works, where he channeled Art Deco, psychedelia, and mod fashions with beautiful design-oriented layouts. Steranko himself would later reveal that when Our Love Story issue 5 hit the newsstands, DC editor at the time, Carmine Infantino, had apparently called a meeting with his creative team where he passed out 10 copies of the book. The story goes that he ordered them to go straight to Steranko's story and exclaimed, "Top this next month or you're fired." The story was later reprinted in My Love issue 23 and bizarrely in Captain America Special Edition issue 2. So let's take a romantic look at this strange little-known comic book. So here it is, folks. Our Love Story, issue 5 from Marvel Comics in June 1970. You can see here I managed to score one of those elusive super high grade copies. This is a 9.6 off-white to white pages. Beautiful presenting book. Love this cover by John Romita. The book itself features art from Jim Steranko, Gene Colan, John Buscema, Frank Gottschalk, and John Romita. Fabulous design. Just love these retro Bronze Age romance books. But that's not all, folks. I thought it'd be good for us to have a little bit of a view inside the book. With another copy that I managed to pick up recently from a UK auction. This is again super high grade, and I'll be probably getting this graded by CGC. I've just literally taken receipt. As you can see, the cover is beautiful. It still has the microchamber paper inside from when I purchased it. And we start with the first story, as mentioned by Stan Lee, illustrated by John Buscema and Frank Gottschalk. Fabulous stuff. And a second story, again told by Stan Lee, but this time illustrated by Gene Colan and John Romita. Beautiful stuff. But we're here for Jim Steranko's My Heart Broke in Hollywood. Written again by Stan Lee and impeccably drawn by Jim Steranko. Just look at that splash page. It really was quite the stunning designed looking book. Just look at the way those panels flow and the psychedelia present within. Awesome study, and it's amazing to see Jim Steranko's work in this book. The colours are absolutely fabulous and really add to the mix of this beautiful illustrated story. And with that, our story ends happily ever after. Fabulous book. Our love story. Perfect for Valentine's Day. So there you have it. I really hoped you enjoyed this inside look at this amazing Jim Steranko romance story that changed the industry. If you like this video, don't forget to hit the like button and leave a comment down below. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this book and the other Marvel romance comics. If you'd like to learn more about Marvel's romance titles, I'd also suggest checking out friend of the channel, Tales from My Spinner Rack, where Gary does a deep dive on the entire run of My Love and Our Love story in his latest video. I'll leave a link here and in the description down below. We've just launched channel memberships here on Still Only 35 Cents. For just $2.99 US a month, you can join the other price variant members to gain access to exclusive member-only videos and live shows. All the proceeds raised from memberships will be going to the Hero Initiative. And with that, thanks as always for watching, take care of yourselves, and I look forward to seeing you all very soon. Don't forget to check out other great videos, as well as follow us on Instagram, Facebook and X. We also host a weekly live stream, the Merry Monday Mailcall Show, every Monday morning at 7:30 AM Australian Eastern Time. Enough said.